Hi boys and girls, so for today's math lesson you're going to be completing lesson number 5. It's called Add Tens and Ones with Regrouping. So this time there's going to be something called regrouping, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that so you kind of understand it. For example, one of the problems that you're going to start out with today is this problem, 19 plus 3. So if we were to put this on a place value chart and draw base 10 blocks, with this long one being a rod worth 10 and the little ones being cubes worth 1. To represent 19, we would have 1 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. And then to represent this 3, we would have nothing in the tens column and 3 in the ones column. So for the 3, nothing in the tens column and 1, 2, 3 in the ones column. So that is how we would represent it. Remember, when we're adding this, we need to put the numbers in the correct column. So if I was to split this, which I'll do really quick, our numbers go in the tens and ones column as well. We have 1 10 in 19 and 9 ones, and then we have 3 ones in the number 3. Notice how the number 3 is right underneath the number 9 because that's the ones column. We wouldn't put it over here underneath the 1 because that would indicate 3 tenths. So we have 19 plus 3, and remember we have it represented over here. So let's go back to when we were in class. How many ones can be in the 1 column? If you can't remember, think about the calendar and the straws that we had, and then we changed them to base 10 blocks. But how many of those could we have in that 1 section? Good, you're right. We could only have 9. So as soon as we get 10, we need to regroup and move. So my job here is going to be to count the number of blocks. And when I reach a 10, I'm going to circle those and move them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to take those and I'm going to regroup them. And I'm going to show you that by drawing a circle-ish figure around the 10. So we have 9 blue ones and 1 red one, which makes 10. And then we have these 2 ones left over. So if I was to regroup those, then I would move those over to the tens column, and it would look like this. I would have 2 rods and 2 ones left over. So when I have changed this to this, these become a 10, and I move it over, and then I have my 2 ones still left over. So if I was to count this, I would have 10, 20, 21, 22. Now, we're still up here and we want to complete this problem 19 plus 3. So we need to think of it as 2 different problems. First, we're going to work the problem in the ones column, then we're going to work the problem in the tens column. So let me redraw this. I have 19 plus 3. I redid it with the red pen here. So I'm first going to add my ones, which is 9 plus 3, which is exactly what we did here. So we have 9, take the bigger number, 10, 11, 12. Can I put a 12 in the ones column? I cannot put a 12 in the ones column. You're right. So what do I need to do? Well, I need to regroup. So I'm going to do something that's called carry the 1. So 9 plus 3 is 12. I'm going to place the 2 and regroup the 1. Let me write that darker so that you can see it. So you can see here that 9 plus 3 is 12. And if we look at the blue, 1 in the tens column and 2 in the ones column still equals 12. Then now I'm going to get the opportunity to add my tens column. 1 plus 1. What is 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1 is 2. Good. So now what I want you to do is compare my answer of 22 to my place value chart here with the base 10 blocks. We have 10, 20, 21, 22. One other thing that I really want to mention to you is that when completing addition and subtraction problems, you really need to keep your numbers lined up in the correct place value. With the problem that we just worked at, the correct way to do it would be 19 plus 3 with the 9 and the 3 in the ones column. If you did it like this, which is wrong, 19 plus 3, and you place the 3 in the tens column, it's wrong and you're going to get the wrong answer. So you definitely don't want to do that. To look at another problem, we'll do one more. 25 plus 2. So here I have the problem 25 plus 2. I need to remember my ones column and my tens column, and I'm going to add that first. So 25 plus 2. 5 plus 2. 5, 6, 7. Do I need to regroup if I get a 7? I don't need to regroup. I would just simply put a 7 like you did the other day. Then 2 plus nothing would be 2. Okay, so you have to make sure that the ones column adds to 10 or greater before regrouping. Let's do one more example. Let's do 34 plus 7. All right, here's the problem 34 plus 7. You always needs to start with the ones column. So we have 4 plus 7. I can do my place value chart and do 34 plus 7, and I'm going to show you it in just a second. So that's tens and ones. I haven't figured out a good way to do this yet. But here we have 30, 1, 2, 3, so 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and then we have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 plus 7, we need to add them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I would regroup the 10. And then we have 1 left over. When I regroup that 10, it's going to place another long over here, or rod. So then we would have 10, 20, 30, 40, 41. But let's see adding here. 34 plus 7. 4 plus 7. I'll take the bigger number and add on. So I'm going to put 7 in my mind. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we know 11 is too many to fit because you can only fit the number 9 there. So we're going to place a 1 and we're going to carry a 1. So 4 plus 7 is 11. There's your 1 in the ones column and 1 in the tens column. 1 plus 3 is 4 for 41. That's not my best 4, but you hopefully understand what I'm saying. I know that this is somewhat of a difficult concept to see, but if you draw out your tens and ones like we have been doing, it might be easier for you, hopefully. And if you know your math facts, that's why I've been saying you have to learn your math facts. You have to know them because now's the time that we need to do that. Because if you already know your math facts, now you can learn the process, which is to regroup. Because it's bigger than 9, we have to regroup. And it's important to memorize that the 1 here stays in the ones column and we do the tens. If you look, that 1 and that 1 still make the number 11. You just put or regroup the 10 into the tens column. So you need to think of numbers as having place value. So hopefully this video helped you, and the Khan Academy video above helps you as well. I plan on taking some more time and some more lessons doing this activity because it is very important to understand this. And we want to make sure we have addition down, because then we'll be moving to subtraction with double digits, and we want to make sure that we have this. If you have any questions or need additional help, please have your parents contact me, or you can contact me. I hope that some of this was helpful and that this will help you at least get started on your first page. All right. Best luck to all of you. I'm positive you can do this. Just slow down. Take your time, write neatly, and keep your numbers under the correct place value.